Welcome everybody, it's tractorchute here, saving the world one StarCraft 2 game at a time. I got a man here I've not seen in a very long time, and I'm more than honored to introduce him here in the upper right hand corner, playing for what I can only assume is his new team. It is NeXiuS playing for the Red Protoss. In the upper left hand corner, it is his opponent. It is going to be a little PVT, playing as the Blue Terran. It is lethal. As you can see here, NeXiuS does play for Team Deimos. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. And Lethal does play for Team TM. Trademark. I'm not entirely sure if that's what it means. But either way here, should be a fairly decent one. Getting ourselves a little bit of Masters action. Have not seen this boy in a very long time. What was I going to tell you? Oh, Facebook me the other day, asked me if I could fire a replay up of his there, as he is having a little bit of itch for a tractorchute cast, as was I to get one up. So, here we go. Actually casting this here. What day are we today here? I believe we are on Tuesday? Something like Tuesday. I believe it is Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not entirely sure what day we are today, to be honest with you. Hoping to get this replay up for either tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on how things go, if anything comes up. If not, try and get it up by the end of the week for you guys here. So let's get this baby going. Does look like NeXiuS has himself started off with Chrono boosting the crap out of his probes here. Outside of that, don't really see anything else on the map here. Opponent is going with the barracks. He's not walling off at all here. And he has got his wide depot in the background there. NeXiuS looking over here is looking to go with a oh, wow. That might be part of the reason NeXiuS doesn't have a lot going on. Might be going with a quick expand. And is he doing that blind? Oh my good man is going blind. He's feeling a little bit risky today. Not even scouting. Gonna go NeXiuS first. That is a ballsy son of a gun we have here. There's the gateway going down. There's the scout by Lethal now. He sees where he is. I believe this is a cross spawn map anyways. I'm not entirely sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But either way here, does scout that. Now sees it. Now how Lethal's gonna react to this, I'm not too sure. Usually if you see a Protoss especially go NeXiuS first, you usually want to pressure them all on one base. And any race does that realistically. You pressure one base, except for Zerg, of course. But either way, I'm not entirely sure how he's going to react to this. Like I say, you might want to just start pumping out Marines, maybe some Reapers. Or you could just expand. I guess that's another reaction to it. Why not expand? I mean, you're not behind by no means here. You're going to be a tiny bit income-wise behind, but not much at all there. There goes some mules down with the mule count. I mean, that'll even you out at the very least. Might even put you ahead. So he does scout that, does see that the X was that. So both these guys have all the intel they need. And in the meantime, we are... Or is he looking for hidden expansions? I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe he's looking to put a hidden expansion of his own here. I'm not too sure here. He's looking to mine off here. Does look like he is probably looking to put down another command center. Yes, he is. So he's going to go back there, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So he's really going macro heavy. And I think what he thought when he seen NeXiuS do this is he probably figured, okay, my opponent's going to go very macro heavy, so he wants to stay up on that. He's probably not expecting any sort of early pressure, and he might not get any. He might be absolutely right. So that's probably the reason he feels very, very confident putting down a third command center without any fear of some early harass or early pressure here. There's a cyber core going down for a good man of NeXiuS. Both these guys are just going to macro up for a little bit here. We can relax. I will let you know it is Super Bowl weekend coming up next weekend. Should be a doozer. Denver Broncos, Seattle Seahawks. We are throwing our normal Super Bowl party that we do every year, so it should be fairly fun. Get ourselves a game of squares going. All the appies out. All the drinks out. Should be a great time. Cannot wait. And we are getting ourselves with 3 barracks. We'll go from football right back to what's going on here. 3 barracks. Not looking too shabby. There's that command center finishing up. Second command center just finishing up with the orbital now. So not looking too shabby. He's going to go to work on that. NeXiuS in the meantime, what is his plan? He's going one gate. Twilight, we're going straight to storms, it looks like here. Very well done. This is actually, I've never seen this build in all honesty. We're going to go with some early high tempers. I am very curious how this is going to work out for him here. He's got one Zealot up there just in case he gets any sort of early pressure. Send the Mothership Core out. Kind of wants to get some intel, I think is what he's looking for here. So going to go over and try and see what his opponent has. Or something. I'm not entirely sure. Could have sent the Zealot over, but maybe wants to keep that on top of the ramp. So this is more than likely probably forced scouting. But at the same time, look at this. I still can't believe we went 3 command centers so early. I can see the Expo to keep up with NeXiuS, but I guess why not, eh? There's the scan there, and he's got to be getting kind of curious. Does see the Twilight Council there, so has that in his head now. He's got to know he's got to be expecting storms, especially with Twilight Council by the 6-minute mark. So definitely going to want to look out for that. Putting down his barracks. He looks like he's turtling up quite a bit here. Does see the good old Mothership Core. Mothership Core does scout the engineering bay. Knows we're going to see some upgrades coming out of him here. There's the Marines trying to chase it down here. He's getting all the intel he needs here. Might be in a little bit of trouble now. He is going to get out of there. We'll go back over. And he does warp right back to his base with the mass recall. Does not want to lose that Mothership Core. So very well done there. In the meantime, we are going to go with a robo facility. I am very, very curious of the build here. There's the Temporal Archives. Twilight Council right to a Temporal Archives. Wowzer. So there we are. High Templar is going to be hitting the map pretty quick here. And of course the robo facility, I'm not entirely sure what he's going to use that for. Maybe get out a Colossi maybe? I'm not too sure. Don't have a robo bay going down here. Might want to get a couple of mortals, just get himself a little bit of defense to support some heavy ground units. We'll find out in about 2 seconds. Or it's going to be a warp prism for a drop. Really lots of options for him here. Opponent in the meantime has the third up here. It is going with Mule, so he's not looking too bad. He's getting this slowly built up with SCVs. And has that into an orbital as well, so very well done. 3 orbital commands on the map. There's the factory going down here. Imagine a starport's going to hit the map pretty quick here. It's going to probably go Marine Marauder. Pretty standard. Pretty much a Marine Marauder build. Counters everything. Doesn't counter it overly well, but it is at least a very viable build to win the game in any sort of given game. And there we go. There's the scan again. Now he sees everything down here. Sees that he's already got the high Templars out there. So very good job keeping the scans going. And yes, it is a warp prism, so it is going to be some drops of these DTs here. We're going to see some storm action more than likely here. There it is, finishing right up there. Gets 2 of them into there. Not going to go with 4. He's going to move his way out with 2 of these babies. See if he can drop some storms. Probably look to get, I'm not too sure if he wants to go for SCV kills, go for Marine kills. He's got lots of options here. With 3 base, I don't think it really helps him to go with the SCV kills. But either way, any sort of SCV kills he can get will put a little bit of impact on his income. And we are going to get them over here. Where is he going to choose to drop these babies? I'm not too sure. Doesn't want to get caught out here with the Marines running underneath this baby as he flies across the map. So it does get lucky. That happens, but he's going through the front door. Oh, just avoids those Marines. Gets the drop down. There's the storm going down there. Very devastating storm. Picks it up. Oh, big trouble. Another storm's going down. Needs to drop those storms out of energy now. We'll get him into an Archon just for shit, so probably end up losing that. But look at the kills he got. That is a pile of blood going on there. They get him over here. They should be able to finish that Archon before he gets to his build. Very, very close here. Gets, oh no! The Archon actually gets a couple kills. Gonna hide the background here so he doesn't get surrounded. Oh, doesn't get any more, but did his job there. Well done there. NeXiuS already putting on the early pressure. Doing pretty good. And he does have himself out. What does he have? 3 gate going here. Not too shabby, so it is a 3 gate. Is getting the 4th one out now. Not too shabby. He's got 5 and 6 there as well. Wowzer. Lots of gateways. Lots more pylons going down. Opponent needs to figure something out. Needs to get some sort of medevacs out here as they are coming out now. That will definitely help him out with the storms. At least get some healing down there. And NeXiuS still has the good old high Templars in there. He is going to continue to fly them around the map here. And he's going to go look for a couple more expansions here. Maybe look to drop into the natural, which is probably what he's doing here. Maybe go for some SCV kills. Or he's just going to drop him off on the outside, let him regain some energy as he sits him in the warp prism. No, he's just going to drop him right away here. We'll have enough for probably 2 more storms here. And it is going to be a warping at the same time. Wowzer, well done there. Here goes the Zealots. And they are just going to go to town. Has Zealot legs as well here. They're going to go to work on this. And there he goes. Flies that off of there. So very well done there. So he's going to go to work on the refineries because why not? And here comes the army. They're going to come over here. There's the stim going down there. They're going to try and get in here. Here comes the storms. Oh, wow. This is not good for him. Archon coming down. Very well done. Not too shabby. They'll end up killing that Archon before he does get out. There's another warp in. More Zealots. This is big trouble for him. This is not good at all. Wowzer. That is a lot of Zealots with Zealot legs coming in here. There it is going to work. You can micro as much as you want. You're going to get inside the bunker. Don't know if that's going to help. That is a ton of Zealots going to work on him early here. There goes the bunker going out here. He is just devastating. Wow. Just killing this army. This is not good at all for Lethal here as he is being taken down. Doesn't have a lot to defend this with now. Zealots are going to go to town here. Might even look to get another warp in down here as that's exactly what he did. They're going to work down here. It's got more Zealots. And he does decide to climb back up here. Probably look to get 1 more warp in here. As he might be enough to finish this off here. He's got his SCVs. The only thing saving him. A couple more prisons over here now. Has lots of money for warp-ins if he needs to do so. Gets him out of range out of that missile turret. They're going to work to try and kill that missile turret off. To at least give him a little bit more room to warp in at the main entrance there. And they're going to work on the good old tech labs here. So not too shabby of a move there. Lots queued up here. Needs to get out as many units as he can. This is just big trouble. He has already just been devastated early in the game here. Has a few more Marines and Marauders over here, so we'll be able to fend that off quite easily. So he will come over here, try and finish off that last Zealot who's going to work on his tech lab, or he might just let him sit there and kill it. I'm not entirely sure. Finally gets over there to clean that up. So very well done. NeXiuS in the meantime still has his couple of Templars in there, or his high Templars in there. And he is continuing to go here. He is just way ahead of him at this point in time. This is big trouble. Has himself with some Immortal on the map now. With the Sentry, another Stalker on the map. Not looking too shabby. Take a look at the good old unit tab here. We do have 1 Stalker, 1 Zealot, a couple of Immortals, and 6 Marauders and 12 Marines for the other guy with 5 high Templars on the map. That is a lot of high Templars. There's another Warp in there. Building this army right up here. At the same time, he does have the 3rd down here, which NeXiuS is unaware of as far as I know. Yes, has no idea that's over there. But in the meantime there, we are looking to do another warp in here, because why not? And here we go, and we might get some storms happening here as well, as he does get the Zealot count out there. Zealot's going to start going to work here. There's the high Templars getting out there. They're going to look to go over here and drop a couple storms. Oh, there's a big storm, took down most of the hit points here. Another one goes down there. Oh, does he have enough? No, he doesn't. So doesn't really do a lot of damage there. That one definitely didn't work out for him there. Does end up chasing those Warp Prisms out of there. And that's exactly what they do. Doesn't quite get 1 kill there on the Warp Prism. So still has 2 Warp Prisms going to hang out over there. In the meantime there, he does have the Robo facility out here. So he could look to get some Colossi on the map here if he chooses to do so. Doesn't have any as of yet, but definitely will have that option. Isn't even getting Thermal Lance, so maybe not looking to do so. Not entirely sure what he wants to do with it. Over here we do have the 2 Warp Prisms. Going to hang out for a little bit here, and both these guys will macro up a little bit more. And Lethal will try and get himself back in the game as he's right back up there. Food count, supply block for a little bit. But either way, he is going to start dropping himself down another reactor. Very good job there. And he is ready to move out here. It is time to drop. He is going to do a little bit of payback here, as he's going to try and get in here. Lots of cannons over here. We'll need the drop down right away. And there's the turbo boost here. And here comes the drop, I would have to imagine. Here we go. He's going to start going to work here. See how many kills he can get. There's the big warp in. Might have enough to clean this up here. He might be forced to pick up and leave this alone. Or he might actually try and take him. Very good choke point there. So well done by Lethal here. Might be able to clean up these Zealots here. Will be very close, but they are moving their way slowly in there. Now they're in there. They're able to get a few of them attacking at once here. And might actually end up being able to clean up most of it here, but it does look like he will. Yes, he will. Very good job there. Does force those medevacs to get out of there. Very well done by NeXiuS. In the meantime there, he is flying over here. Might be looking to do another warp in. Excuse me. Ugh. Huh. Throat started to hurt a little bit there. But either way, NeXiuS there does a very good kill there. Well, that's going to put him well ahead here as the army count is slow. He actually would decide to go to Ghost. Very interesting. But either way, he did do a little bit of damage here. I don't think he killed a whole ton of workers by no means there. But did minimal damage. I will give him that much. Trying to give him some sort of credit for that drop. I really don't think it was worth it in the end, though, as he did lose a lot of Marines and Marauders in that attack. And he is ready to start moving out, and maybe not, has decided better. And he has the Vikings on the map as well here. Maybe looking out for Colossi if they do choose to go here, or keeping them on the map for those good old Warp Prisms. In the meantime, this thing is just pumping with mules. Wowzer. He has a lot going on over here. Nerd Command Center looking to get another expansion out. In the meantime, that is not an army you would want to run into. That is a lot of Colossi in there. A couple Archons, a couple of Immortals. Very good ball of units for the Protoss there. And he is going to start moving himself out here. NeXiuS feeling pretty confident. He is ready to start pushing across the map here. And this army, in all honesty, I don't know if he can handle this. That is a lot of freaking Colossi in the background. And with that kind of meat shield in the front, this could be very, very tough for him to deal with. And there's a lot for Storm there. That is a lot of high Templars on the map. And he is ready to go to work here. And this isn't much of an army. He does have a lot there for feedback, I guess, with the ghost count. And he is going to try and sneak himself in there. There he goes. Does see the army. Look at that tiny little army. That is not going to do a lot. NeXiuS is kind of determining where he wants to put this at here. Doesn't want to walk right over there to where you can see. There's the other scan there. Keeping an eye on his opponent here. Very good job having all those orbals to allow for this many scans here. He's continuing to scan. Wants to make sure that army is clearly leaving. In the meantime, he is dropped up here and he is going to work, just laying the beat down on this expansion here. So he isn't doing too bad. Might actually end up getting a NeXiuS kill here, and that's exactly what he's doing. Focuses it right down, gets it killed off here, gets it back into the medevacs, and does get out of there. So very well done by Lethal. In the meantime there, we do have another drop over here, and they're going to work on his expansion. So both these guys, a little bit of back and forth to drop it in the back of the base here. And does get them all going back to work here. Apparently just lets them work while they get their ass beat. So fair enough. Doesn't really mind that. Does bring some Vikings over there. There's the rest of his army here. They're going to come clean up the rest of those Zealots. Very well done. In the meantime there, NeXiuS has moved his army into position. He is looking to push himself right up through the main here. There's the scan. Sees the army on the low ground here, so brings his armies all back to the front gate here. Does send a few out of place there. That was a little bit of a misclick. And he is going to start to push himself up the main base here. There's a couple good Colossi shots going on there. Zealots are going in. He's ready to start pushing this here. Might have enough. Those Vikings need to get over there. Need to start getting some shots off on those Colossi. There's the storms going down here. This is big trouble. Lots of storms going down there. Forces him back so he can get his whole army up on top of the ramp here. And they're just going to go to town here. Here we go. Big trouble happening. This is a lot of damage happening with all those Colossi shooting away here. All those Immortals going to town here. They're going to clean up all this base here. This I don't think he can do much about it. He forced the army right back here. The army is basically in full retreat. But in the meantime here, he is trying to go through the expansion. It almost is a base raise at the same time. There's the photon overcharge. Don't know if it's going to be enough because NeXiuS looks like he has just way too much over here. Don't think he's going to be able to handle this. This could be a very, very devastating beatdown happening here, as I don't think he's got enough over here. Another little warping might be enough to clean this up here, but they're doing a fairly decent job. He's cleaning it up. There goes down the robo facility before he gets anything else out of it here. Cleaning up what he can, but I just don't think if it comes down to the base race, which it is, NeXiuS just has way too many buildings compared to what Lethal does, and he is sitting up here just kind of chilling out here. I guess deciding what he wants to do here, maybe trying to fend this off first here. And there we go. Will clean up what he can. No more warping happening here. Does have an observer ready to come out. Both these guys are just kind of sitting there now, beating down the most amount of buildings they can. And this is basically all he has left here, is his army sitting down here. And I don't think his army can handle this. That is way too many Colossi, way too many Zealots with Zealot legs coming in there. Too many Archons, too many Storms, too much damage. This is way too much for him to handle here, and that should pretty much be GG here, as he does clean that army up fairly easily. Lots more storms going down, and that should pretty much write the book, as all he has left is this little bit of army over here, which should not be enough, because one more warping will take them out, or he can just bring his army back and finish them off. Now NeXiuS realized he does have a third somewhere on the map here, so we'll try and scout that out and figure out where exactly that is. But in the meantime, they're losing all his buildings. Isn't doing much about this over here. But like I say, that is a lot of building that would have to happen over here in order for Lethal to come back. He is planting barracks down left, right, and center, trying to get it dealt with. But I think he might be too little too late, because once he loses this army, he's going to be down to one base with the little bit of barracks that he does have planted out there. NeXiuS in the meantime there, just a lot of probes left, a lot of mining happening, way ahead of the game. There's the other scan. Does see that he does have a fully saturated base sitting up there. So he is going to try and clean up what he can for gateways here. Clean up the assimilator, because why not? And there is the army finally going to come in here. They'll be able to clean this up here. Now we'll see whether or not Lethal can build up an army in time to try and come back on this here. I don't know if it is possible. And he is going to take out that. Very good job. So we'll get rid of the high temper threat that he could have had there. And there's another upgrade coming down here as he is getting onto his shields as well here. And they do choose to drop down here, wants to prevent that, but says no, because the army comes over there just in time to chase him out of there. So he does look to plant the second expansion down. So Lethal's going to start working himself off a 2 base here. There's the Zealot, has found out where the base is here. Trying to clean out what he can for SCVs. At the same time, it is 155 to 29, and that was enough for Lethal. Leaves without the GG. My congrats will go to you, NeXiuS. You were absolutely devastating in that game. So my congrats go out to you. My condolences go out to you, Lethal. And just remember, if the ground ain't thick, the snow ain't flying, you don't know where you've had your last drink. Just remember, it can't be too bad, especially if you have no keyboard. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.